Hello everyone, I'm Chris and welcome to the Young Entrepreneur video series. Today we're in New York City interviewing Walt Ribeiro for his online music lessons.
Yo, what's up? I'm Walt Ribeiro. I'm the internet's music teacher. Check this out.
So Walt, tell me about what you do. What's your business as a young entrepreneur?
Okay, well, I teach music lessons online full-time, every day, all day. And at waltribeiro.net, I teach guitar and piano, everything from sight reading, harmony, theory, ear training, all that stuff is at my website.
Okay. Are you involved in any other type of business ventures that, like, where your income comes from and everything?
Yeah, most of my income comes from sponsors that I do within my actual videos. Okay. But I also do a lot of like new media consulting, and I consult different businesses and different companies on how to use new media in order to help them grow their business online and both offline.
Is this including like the social networking sites and everything?
Yeah, because I think that social networking is so big. It's it's definitely where it's headed, and it's definitely grown pretty big.
Was one of your first starts with the whole Ustream start there?
No, you know what? My first thing was actually I actually did a YouTube video that was called How to Read Music.
Okay.
So when I did that video, it started getting big, and then I started getting more responses from students who wanted to know how to like play guitar or something,
okay.
Or like they had questions. So I would make like another video for them, and then I did another one and another one, and then as that started growing, I got involved with the YouTube Partner Program, which allows you to create ad revenue from your videos. Mm-hmm. And then when I heard about Ustream, which is a live interactive broadcasting service, mm-hmm. I started using Ustream in order to help my students, because whereas YouTube is static video, Ustream was live interactive video.
Right.
So that's where I started using Ustream in order to assist for my community of music students who wanted to know how to play, and I could help them in real time.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when did you start getting into music? Like, do you remember the years that you started playing piano or guitar or anything?
They had years now. Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was 16, and when I was 17, I started teaching privately. Okay. So, and then by the time I was 18, I went to school for it, and I graduated from the University of the Arts when I was 22, and now I'm 25, and I teach all day.
Great.
Yeah.
And here you are, living right next to the Empire State Building. So
yeah,
obviously you're
it's
doing
cool.
Pretty good with yourself.
Yeah, it's awesome. I hope that these guys, like these windows, cleaners don't fall or anything. Like that kind of freaks me out. But like I love the city. It's awesome. I actually grew up in Philly, just outside of Philly. Mm-hmm. And so when I went to school in Philly, I really enjoyed the city. And I started realizing that in order to grow my brand and my business and to help people with their companies, mm-hmm. That I have to be with them in person, like show them how it's done. So I started going to New York a lot, and that's when I decided just to take the leap, and I was like, got to do it. I mean, that's what it's about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And on your website and everything, I mean, you're the only person that's ever on camera, and you don't have anyone else working with you, right?
No one. It's me. I do all the marketing, distribution. I make all the videos, the editing, all that stuff.
So obviously you have a lot going on. How many hours do you put into a typical day?
I can't talk. I gotta go. Like I'm busy. No, I'm kidding around. Well, throughout a given day, I'll do maybe like an 18-hour day. Okay. There's times when it might go to like 22. Times when it might go down to like 15 or so. Mm-hmm. But that through the given course of it, it's like 15 to 18 hours of a lot of like that when you upload the video, that's only like 10% of it. People don't realize that throughout 100% of my workday, 10% of it is creating the product, 90% of it is marketing the product. Yeah. So I think that's what they tend to forget, the marketing end of it, and then they wonder why it's not kind of working. And then there's different tricks and things when you're marketing of how it all works.
Yeah. So we just moved down from the rooftop down to Walt's studio now. What's really interesting about this is that some people may be seeing this studio for the first time from your original studio where you moved from.
Yeah.
And if you take a look around on the other camera, hopefully we can show that, it's a really small area, which actually goes to show that you can really run almost any type of business, really. I mean, the start of it and everything from a small area.
Definitely,
you don't need a whole company,
Yeah. This is only a room that's 10 by 10.
Right.
And you don't even need 10 by 10. You can do it in like a 2 by 2, right? Mm-hmm. All you need is your passion, you know, your knowledge and a webcam, and then, you know, then you're good. Then you're good to go.
Right. So why don't you explain quickly your setup over here?
Okay.
How you do your whole.
So so here I have my different like my different sponsors that I have. Then here's my whiteboard where I write everything on. So like, you know, the camera normally would be here and I would be, you know, teaching. I got my amplifier over here, which is a Tech 21 amplifier. Here's my my like little light that I do right here, where I just kind of like throw it against the wall, just like for some last stuff. And there's the view, obviously, for some extra sunlight coming in. And I have 2 monitors here, and here's my main webcam, and here's my here's like my office space, like right here, and that's pretty much it. So it's really simple, just 2 webcams, 2 monitors, fax machine. Here's my light. There's my other light, which is the sun. Here's the whiteboard, my sponsors, and my desk, and then I'm good. I'm good to go.
Good. And then at any given time, I mean, you had said that you have what, between 70 and 200 people watching at any given time when you're doing
during the live show, during the live Ustream show. Yeah, that's what will happen. And then I actually take those videos and I upload them, then they get seen by thousands. Because the thing is that if you live in Europe or, you know, even in like California and you can't make it, you know, you can't make the live show, you can watch the pre-recorded show that's archived anytime.
Right.
So the live show will get between 70 and 200, and the pre-recorded show will get thousands.
And you and I were actually talking up on the roof about how, you know, someone just wouldn't walk in and start up with any lesson that you have. You actually have archives of lists of, in order, the videos that you can go into and just start learning.
Tons. I have over 400 videos. That, you know, everything from like sight reading, ear training, learning how to play guitar, you know, all this stuff, social networking, all these things. You know, you go to my website and you click on the video charts tab, and it brings you to my online school. Okay. So like there's charts and different things there too.
So let's talk about being an entrepreneur and everything. So what is your favorite aspect of actually being an entrepreneur?
I like the idea of like kind of learning new things. I like the idea of failing, learning what you did wrong, and then correcting it. So, you know, that to me means so much, because I've been doing this for a year now, and I'm still learning stuff. You know, like I learned something new yesterday. I learned, you know, like I'm still learning like video stuff, you know, and plus like the game always changes, always, in any business. The game is always changing, and you've got to pay attention. And I like the idea of like constantly being on my feet. Okay.
How about, speaking of being on your feet, anything that you've had to sacrifice for your business to get off the ground?
Yeah, my social life was almost non-existent for the first, you know, like 8-9 months. It was like working 18-hour days. You don't really get to go out, so that was kind of crazy. You know, there were times when like I couldn't sleep because like my back hurt because I was on the computer all day. Like, you know, like my elbow would hurt or like my hand would hurt or something. And so like there's always that, like the health issue, which isn't cool. That's not cool. That's not, you know, like that's not the way to do it. Other than that, I just learned a lot about kind of like the whole game, of how the game is always changing. So I've had to sacrifice a lot in terms of like my friends, and I've had to sacrifice a lot in terms of money, because although it's a free business, I have spent a lot of money on like transportation, startup costs, and things like that. Yeah.
And we were actually
scary.
We were actually talking about you know, your 18-hour days and everything. Do you, as an entrepreneur, I mean, obviously you throw yourself into this whole thing. Do you actually set aside days that you just say, these are my days off, this is set, that this is my day off, or do you just push through everything? You know what? I don't have weekends. Every day is, you know, Monday. You know what I mean? So yesterday I was working. The day before that I was working. I did nap for like 20 minutes the other day, which was awesome. It was cool. I guess you earned it.
That's right. That's right. No, so the idea is that I do sometimes like to set time off. Like I watched a movie the other day, like to kind of just like gel, relax for a little bit. But you know, I really enjoy building my brand and my business, and it means so much to me to like not sleep, because when I'm sleeping, the other guy's working. You know, and I don't know. It's kind of how it works.
That's what it really comes down to. Is if you're going to be an entrepreneur, I mean, you have to love what you do. I mean, it really shows that that's how you work.
That's it.
So.
That's the trick. The trick is to be passionate about what you do.